Welcome back to Untold Spooky Stories, the place where the internet's darkest secrets come to light. Tonight, you're about to dive into another chilling tale, one that was never meant to be heard. So turn off the lights, put on your headphones, and prepare yourself. Because once you start listening, there's no turning back. This is another terrifying journey into the unknown, and it begins now. When I moved into my new building, it was mostly quiet. A 6th-floor place in a semi-abandoned part of town. Cheap rent, no questions asked. Just what I needed after my breakup. The only strange thing? The landlord specifically told me, "Don't knock on 305. Ever." I laughed at first. Figured it was some grumpy old man or something. But the way she said it, without any humor, stuck with me. My unit was 304. Right next to it, at night, I'd sometimes hear scraping noises from 305. Like furniture being dragged slowly across the floor. No talking, no footsteps, just that dragging sound. Every night, around 2:17 a.m. Once, I tried to peek through the peephole when I heard it, but 305's door was completely still. Closed. Nothing. I asked the neighbor across the hall, a woman named Carla. She just said, "He's been here since before any of us. Just don't acknowledge him. You'll be fine." That made it worse. A few nights later, I came home late from work. As I was unlocking my door, I heard a click behind me. I turned, and 305's door was slightly ajar. Just barely. A sliver. I stared at it, waiting for someone to come out, but no one did. I stepped closer, not even sure why. I think I wanted to prove it was just some shut-in or recluse. The second my hand reached for the edge of the door, it slammed shut. No sound of footsteps inside. Just the door, perfectly timed. That night, I had the first dream. I was in the hallway, outside 305. I kept hearing my own voice coming from inside, whispering things I couldn't understand. I woke up sweating, my hand reaching for my nightstand drawer without realizing it. I installed a camera outside my door the next day, just to ease my mind. The first night it recorded, it captured motion at 2:17 a.m. The scraping sound. The timestamp confirmed it, but the footage showed nothing. No door opening. No person. Just that noise. Loud. Right next to the camera. I replayed it over and over, slowing it down. At one point, one frame glitched. Just one. And in that frame, there was a face pressed up against my peephole. Pale, wide-eyed, smiling. It looked like me. I stopped sleeping. Carla moved out the next week. Didn't say goodbye. Just vanished. Her door was open the next morning. All her things gone, like she'd never been there. I started hearing voices from inside 305. Familiar ones. My mom. My ex-friends I hadn't spoken to in years. All whispering. Sometimes screaming. I told the landlord I wanted out. She said, "You opened the connection. It doesn't matter where you go now." The night before I planned to leave, I heard 3 knocks at my door. Not 305. My door. I looked through the peephole. No one was there. But when I looked away, I swear I saw a shadow pass through the hallway. Tall. Not walking, gliding. I packed up and left at sunrise. Took a motel 2 towns over. Didn't tell anyone where I was going. The first night in the motel, I woke up to the sound of furniture dragging across the ceiling. The next night, I found a sticky note on the door. It said, 305 is just a number. It's yours now. Now it follows me, wherever I go. The scraping, the whispers, the smiling version of me that watches from mirrors just a second too long. The worst part? I recorded a voice memo to document everything. I played it back, expecting static or silence. Instead, I heard myself say, "I'm home now." But I hadn't said that, and the voice wasn't coming from the phone anymore. It was coming from behind the closet door. I was scrolling through Twitch late one night, bored and looking for something different. Most of the channels were predictable, gamers, ASMR, late-night talkers. But one caught my eye, a stream titled, "Do Not Join Unless Invited," with only 3 viewers. The thumbnail was just a black screen. No camera, no game. I clicked in, assuming it was a troll stream. The video feed was pitch black, but I could hear subtle breathing. No mic crackle, no keyboard, just steady, rhythmic breathing like someone was sitting right next to a microphone in total darkness. I typed in the chat, "What is this?" The second I hit enter, the breathing stopped. Then a new message appeared on screen. Not in the chat, but imposed over the stream. You shouldn't be here. The stream suddenly cut to grainy, low-quality footage. A hallway, dimly lit, looked like security cam footage. Nothing happened for about a minute. Then, from the far end of the hallway, someone stepped into frame. They were tall, hunched, walking strangely, like their limbs didn't quite work. No face, just blurred skin where it should have been. They stopped in front of a door. My heart dropped. It was my door. My apartment number, the dent in the side, even the rug I'd bought from IKEA. Another message appeared. Knock knock. I slammed my laptop shut. Didn't sleep. The next day I tried to find the channel again. Gone. No username in my history, no mention of the stream anywhere on Reddit or Discord. Just wiped clean. That night, someone knocked at my door. 3 slow knocks. Exactly like the sound in the stream. I didn't answer. But when I looked through the peephole, I saw a note taped to the outside. We saw you watching. I went to the police. Showed them the note. They said it looked like my handwriting. It didn't. But I didn't argue. A week passed. I tried to forget it. But late one night, a friend made me a link. Hey, is this you? He wrote. It was a recording. Me, sitting in front of my computer, watching the stream. But the timestamp was from 2 nights ago, when I'd been out of town. I never set up a webcam. The footage zoomed in slowly until my eyes met the camera. Then I smiled. Not a normal smile. Something wide. Forced. Like someone trying to mimic being human. I never smiled like that in my life. The next time I streamed, just gaming, trying to distract myself, I noticed a new viewer in my chat. Username, SuinCam2. They never typed. Just watched. For hours. Always the only viewer. Eventually they typed a single message. Your angle is off. We fixed it. My webcam light turned on. I didn't touch anything. I unplugged it. It stayed on. When I finally ripped it from the PC, the stream kept going, showing me, live. But I wasn't moving anymore. I looked at the screen, and my reflection blinked. But I hadn't. Now every device I use, phone, laptop, TV, glitches occasionally. Shows static for exactly 3 seconds. And then a single frame of that same hallway appears. Closer each time. I stopped streaming. I don't go online anymore. But they still see me. Somehow. I found a sticky note on my mirror this morning. No ink. Just an imprint, written with pressure. Next time you'll host. I was desperate for money. My car had broken down, rent was overdue, and I'd just gotten fired from my part-time warehouse gig. That's when I saw the Craigslist ad. Night shift security, no experience needed, $1,000 per night, no questions allowed. Sounded like a scam, but I was broke enough not to care. The interview was in a plain building, no signs, no logo. Just a man in a gray suit who slid a folder across the table and said, "Read the rules. If you can follow them, the job is yours." There were 7 rules. Handwritten. 1. Arrive at 10:55 p.m. sharp. Never earlier. Never later. 2. Enter through the 3rd door on the left, not the 1st or 2nd. 3. You must never look directly at camera 4. 4. If you hear knocking on the break room door, do not answer, even if it sounds like someone you know. 5. The elevator is not to be used between 2:13 a.m. and 2:34 a.m. 6. If you see someone else wearing your uniform, run. 7. You may submit your resignation only in writing, left in locker 9. Never speak it aloud. I thought it was a joke. But they paid cash up front, half before the shift even started. So I said yes. The first 2 nights were uneventful. Creepy, sure, long, dim corridors, flickering lights, but nothing weird happened. I followed the rules and got paid. But on the 3rd night, I made a mistake. I got distracted, walking through the wrong entrance, the 2nd door instead of the 3rd. Inside was just darkness. The kind that swallowed you. I swear I only blinked, but when I opened my eyes, I was back at the correct door, and the clock said 11:17 p.m. I'd lost 20 minutes. Then the monitors started acting up. Camera 4 flickered constantly, like static was pulsing behind the lens. I turned away, trying to ignore it, but my eyes kept drifting back. The moment I looked directly into the screen, I saw something. A figure. It looked like me, sitting in my security chair, smiling, not blinking. I blinked. He didn't. I slammed the monitor off. Later that night, someone knocked on the break room door. Rapid, panicked knocking. Then a voice. Hey man, it's me, Ben. From orientation. I'm locked out, please, just open up real quick. I never met anyone named Ben. And no one else worked the night shift. The knocking stopped after 13 minutes exactly. I reviewed the footage the next day. Camera 3 showed the hallway outside the break room. No one was there, but the knocking still echoed through the mic. Night after night, things escalated. The elevator opened by itself at 2:20 a.m. I almost stepped in, but I remembered the rule. From the inside, I swear I heard someone whisper, "We're already in your place." Then came the night I saw someone in my uniform walking past the security room. At first, I thought it was a reflection, but then I watched him on the monitors, looping the building. Always 10 seconds behind wherever I looked. Getting closer. I ran. I didn't stop until I reached the lockers. Mine, number 12, was wide open. Inside was a note. Locker 9 is full. You're staying. I quit the next morning. Wrote it down. Left it in locker 9 like they said. That night, my doorbell rang. 10:55 p.m. No one was there. But on my porch sat a small metal box. Inside was a folder. 7 new rules.